The whole front just fell off. There's somebody on it.
The faith option many are choosing is Jesus, with at least 1 million Muslims reportedly leaving Islam for Christianity.
Will then be forced on Chinese Christians. One of the changes in this new Bible turns Jesus into a murderer.
I hope everyone had a wonderful Christmas, and yeah, Merry Christmas, everyone. So today I'd like to talk about this. Did you know that today is very special because today is the first day of Hanukkah and it's Christmas Day, which is such a rare event that it's only happened 5 times since 1990. And because of that, along with several other reasons, Rapture Watchmen see this as a very high watch period. And as you'll see, we're still here, so the rapture did not happen today, but it still could happen, and obviously will happen very soon. But we're still here, which gives us another day, another opportunity to share Jesus with as many people as we can. And that's the whole point. I mean, if we had no way of spreading the gospel, of showing the love of Jesus to others, why would we even be here? Like, if there was nothing else to happen, God would probably just be like, here you go, let's just go to heaven now, you know? And until that day comes when we're going to be caught up and meet with God, meet with Jesus in the clouds, when the rapture happens, until then, we occupy the time and we keep living our lives and we keep sharing Jesus with as many people as we can. And chances are, if you're watching this, you're probably in America, but you may be elsewhere. And while we do have the freedom to express our faith and share Jesus with others here, it is getting harder than it has been. Persecution is getting worse in the United States.
Shop here, you need to take that shirt off. It is religious soliciting. There is no soliciting allowed on mall property, which is private property. The film is soliciting, and we've had guests come up saying that they've been offended by your shirt. Who'll say that? We've had guests come up and say you've been offended. So, like this gentleman just said too, take the shirt off and you can go shopping. That's simple.
And there may be a day where Christianity becomes illegal, which is insane because, you know, that like pretty much all or almost all of our founding fathers of this nation were Christians. Like, God is written multiple times in the Declaration of Independence. So we've come a long way, and not in a good way. So we've digressed from our faith in God as a nation. And, you know, the further away we go from God, the worse things get. That's just how it works. You know, there's a verse about if we go to God, He will heal our land. And, well, our land is going to be getting, well, less healed. We'll just say that.
My initial thought was like an explosion.
Cal Surf Shop manager Robbie Pappas among those who witnessed the collapse from the shore. He says the massive swell that hit the California coast was unusually large, an event the area hasn't seen in decades.
I would say top 3 biggest swells I've ever seen.
This was the scene today in Santa Cruz, where powerful waves caused a portion of the municipal wharf to collapse right into the ocean. 8 people had to be rescued here after falling into the water.
The National Weather Service forecasts 30 to 60-foot high waves crashing onto the wharf's coast along Monterey Bay. At nearby Sunset State Beach, one person died at the hospital after being trapped under rubble washed up by large waves. And just south at Marina State Beach, a man went missing after police say strong currents pulled him out to sea. Back in Santa Cruz, Mayor Fred Keeley is warning of a dangerous time near the ocean.
We are anticipating that what is coming towards us is more serious than what was there this morning.
Because we're continuing as a society to go further away from God. However, there are still people, there are revivals happening, masses of people, big groups of people getting saved.
And many are leaving Islam.
You have a country with one of the highest drug addiction rates in the world. You have a country where corruption runs rampant. You have a country where more than half the people live below the poverty line. And the people of Iran are looking at this and they're saying, wait a minute, if this is what Islam has brought us in the last 45 years, we're not interested. We want to know what the other options are.
According to Todd Nettleton of the Voice of the Martyrs, the faith option many are choosing is Jesus, with at least 1 million Muslims reportedly leaving Islam for Christianity. How's the regime reacting to this? We've heard 50,000 of 75,000 mosques have closed, and I'm sure they aren't accepting that very well.
This is not something that is making the regime happy, and really in many ways they are seeking to solidify their power and to crush any kind of dissent. And they certainly see the growth of the church. They certainly see Christian evangelism as a form of dissent. We have heard multiple stories this year of a Bible study, a home church being raided. Everyone there is photographed, everyone there is questioned, but then the leader of the meeting is held onto. They are arrested, they are detained, they're put in prison.
Moreover, Nettleton contends family members and friends are more tolerant than the government about leaving Islam.
They kind of have the attitude of, hey, if you found something that works for you, if it's Jesus or if it's atheism or if it's whatever, if it works for you, I know Islam doesn't work. So I'm happy you found something that works.
And that's amazing. But I want to talk about, we have the privilege, the gift, the opportunity, the freedom to share Jesus here in America. But did you know that there are places around the world where you can't do that, where you'll go to jail, even killed for doing that? Like, there's places in the world right now where if you hand a Bible to someone, you'll get killed for it. Isn't that so insane? I can't wrap my head around that. So, this is a list of countries where Christianity is either illegal or suppressed. And this is from, I believe, May of this year, 2024. Afghanistan. It says, in Afghanistan, converting to Christianity can result in severe punishments, including death. North Korea, the most dangerous place in the world for Christians. Yeah, it's really bad there. Wow, like being found practicing Christianity or possessing a Bible can lead to imprisonment in labor camps where conditions are notoriously brutal. And even in America, like, there's been cases of people who've been arrested just for praying silently in their heads, standing outside of an abortion clinic.
A life woman was arrested for the second time for silently praying near an abortion facility in the UK.
But people know who you are, and they know why you're here. Okay, no, I'm not protesting.
Isabel Von Spruce told officers that she wasn't engaging in any illegal activities in the buffer zone near the Birmingham abortion business, but rather praying silently in her head. Her arrest comes only weeks after a UK court cleared her of criminal charges for a near identical offense.
They didn't do anything wrong. They weren't causing any commotion. They were by themselves, doing their own thing, praying silently in their head, and they went to jail for that. Like, things aren't great here in America either, you know. Somalia. This country does not recognize any religion other than Islam, and converting to Christianity can be lethal. Yemen. In Yemen, Christians are banned from practicing their faith openly. And those who convert from Islam face the threat of death. Libya. Eritrea, Nigeria, Pakistan, Iran, India, countries where it is illegal to own or import Bibles. In several regions around the world, owning or importing a Bible is considered illegal and can attract severe penalties. Countries like North Korea and Saudi Arabia enforce strict bans on the importation and possession of religious texts that diverge from state-endorsed ideologies. In North Korea, the distribution or possession of a Bible is a crime that can result in imprisonment or worse. And it just goes on. And now tell me, why would they care? Why is it that serious to them that you will die for owning a Bible or proclaiming the name of Jesus or even having faith in Jesus? Why is that so bad to other people, that other people have faith? Why is that so bad? Why would they care enough to kill you over it? This is serious. If the name of Jesus didn't mean something, they wouldn't care. No one gets killed over believing in Santa. They know there's power in the name of Jesus, and they hate Jesus. They're killing people for him. You have to hate someone to kill them over having faith in Jesus. Come on. It's insane. The world is insane. And it's crazy because so many people aren't even aware of this. They have no idea what's going on in these other countries, and it's bad out there. The world is in pieces. The world is so fallen, so far from God. In what is it? I think China, I could be wrong, but I think they aren't allowed to have the Bible, but they made their own Bible, like they altered it, and it's just a mess.
In China, get this, the Communist Party is in the midst of a 10-year project to rewrite the Bible, a version which will then be forced on Chinese Christians. One of the changes in this new Bible turns Jesus into a murderer. Dale Hurd has a story.
Chinese Christians receive Bibles for the first time. With as many as 130 million reported Chinese Christians and the continuing explosive growth of the underground church, there are now more Christians in China than members of the Communist Party. The Chinese government's persecution of Christians has only led to even more church growth, causing the Communist Party to now target the Bible itself, with what it calls an update with socialist values and removing passages that don't reflect communist beliefs.
How are people going to know about God if the Bible isn't even the real Bible? And here's a mind-blowing fact. I just found this out. Did you know that Israel, God's chosen nation, is the only country in the entire Middle East where the Christian population is actually growing? Like, it has actually grown since 1948. God's book, it does wonders. Everything he says comes true. It's amazing. It's alive. God bless you guys. I hope this bless someone, and please spread the gospel with someone today. You don't know how powerful it'll be.